cracking YouTube? Is me, your host Toon, aka the Comic Thug. Once again, bringing another comic review. This time, don't mind my phone. This time is for Years of Future Past, #1, Secret Wars. Another Secret War tie-in. So let's just jump straight into this book. I was actually pleased with this book, but you're gonna see why. So the comic opens up and we see a young girl walking through a desolated New York City. Looks and she looks like she's scavenging for things. She winds up at the Brooklyn Zoo and she finds some medicine that she was looking for, and when she's attacked by a tiger. But before the tiger can do any damage, we see Logan comes to her rescue, and we find out that this girl that he saves is Chrissy Pride. Well, her real name is Christine, Christina. Yeah, Christina Bride, or it could be Christine. Yeah, I guess it all depends on how you pronounce it, but I think it's Christina. Christina Pride, aka Chrissy Pride, and she is the daughter of, Shadowcat, Kitty Pride, and Colossus. That's her father. So as Logan walks her halfway back, and when he leaves her, she's attacked by a sentinel. Attacked by a sentinel when her mother, Kitty Pride, comes out of nowhere and says that and tells the sentinel that they was on official business for Doom, looking for mutants to try to bring back. So the sentinel escorts them back to the base where mutants are being housed at right now, and when we get into the base, we see Magneto, who's in a wheelchair now. We see Rachel Summers, Colossus, of course, and we see it was that. And basically, what she was doing, what Chrissy was looking for, like chemicals that they can take off that collars that dampens that powers. So then we go to aboard Air Force One, and the president, who is Kelly, President Kelly. I forgot his first name, but it's somewhere in here. But he basically don't want the Mutant Registration Act to pass. Basically, like he doesn't want the people to vote to let mutants out of the camps, because he thinks the mutants should stay in camp. So he sets a plan in motion where humans can see that mutants are a danger and they need to be controlled. So back on a mutant base, they finish the chemical, and it works. It burns through the collars. So now they're free and all their powers are unleashed. And they take down a pretty old Sentinel. They all beat down thanks to the help of Chrissy, who finally gets her mutant powers, and she turns into like her father, like metal, like Colossus or whatever. But besides that, like she can shape her hands into like knives or whatever. Like it looks nice, and she chops off the Sentinel head. So then so then we go back to a military base, and two of the people that President Kelly sent to start that plan, they woke up Mystique and the Blob. And we find out that Mystique and Blob was in a 15-year coma, chemical toxic coma, and they tell her that Shadowcat, Kitty Pryde, was the reason why they're in the coma, because she turned them in so she could be free. So and she Robert, that's the person's name, Robert Kelly, and they're unfrozen because they want them to take down Kitty Pryde. So basically, this is all part of the plan, so they can get on camera them fighting Kitty Pryde and show that mutants making damage or whatever. So then we go back to I don't want to call them the X-Men, but we go back to the mutants, and they still fighting. And they're running. They're looking for Wolverine and his son. Now I might got his son name wrong because it's like most of these names is all about how you pronounce it. The punctuation of how it's pronounced. Excuse me. But it looks like it's spelled Cameron, but I don't think they would put Cameron in this comic book. So it's either Cameron or Camry, but it looks like it's spelled Cameron. So I'm just gonna say Cameron. I'm hoping I'm wrong. There's no way anybody could tell me because you could probably still spell it. But I think it's Cameron. But they're looking for him because Kitty Pryde. I mean, I'm sorry. Christy Pryde and Wolverine's son are the youngest mutants, and Christy is actually the youngest one. She's the last one to be born because they started this sterilization program where no mutants can have babies because they wanted mutants to go extinct because they almost extinct. Not that much left. Many left. So let's just call them the X-Men. The X-Men has come up with a plan where they found out that a virus has infected the Sentinels, and now the Sentinels might go after the president. But they don't. It was a virus was released, but they don't want the virus to kill. They don't want the Sentinel to kill the president because if they can save the president on television, that'll show that mutants don't mean humans no harm, and they're useful. So that's their plan. They want to save the president. So but they gotta find Wolverine. They gotta find Wolverine and his son. They get a message and they find out that Storm is still alive. So Rachel goes to find Storm. Or she goes to find Wolverine. I can't figure out who said. But before anybody, after Rachel leaves, the Blob and Mystique comes and they attack the X-Men or whatever like that. But while Colossus is saving humans because buildings is falling everywhere. Meanwhile, we see the two people that woke up, that's working for the president, that woke up Blob and Mystique. They got a camera and they're videotaping everything because they want to catch the mutant fight. So Wolverine and his son, they make their appearance, and Wolverine starts fighting Mystique, and his son starts fighting the Blob. And we find out his power is he can phase through anything he touches, basically like what Shadowcat can do, but like more serious because he phased through Blob and he basically like slit him in half with this like knife he had. So he kills the Blob, and even Christy looks at him surprised like you killed them, and he says I rather him die than basically y'all. So the comic ends with the new Sentinels of showing up. Well, it's just one of them, but like it's this new Sentinel that's supposed to be like the ultimate Sentinel that's gonna take down all the mutants shows up, and that's basically where the comic ends. It says the new Sentinels, they're coming, and they said no, it's already here, and that's how the comic ends. And yeah, so all in all, it was a very good book. It was very packed. Like I really liked this book. I thought I was gonna be kind of lost with the characters, but I really wasn't. It was good. It was a good book. I recommend this book. It was a very good action-packed from start to finish. It explained every character, where we at in the story, so you're not picking this book and be lost. You know where you at. So it was a good book. But, excuse me. That was my review for Years of Future Past. Number 1, Secret Wars tie-in. Let me know if you picked up this book. And let me know in the comments below if you liked it, disliked it, and why. Leave your positive and negative comments below. Like, subscribe, share. Follow my Twitter, my Instagram, which is in the description below. And as always, from me, your host, Tune, aka the Comic Thug, have a nice day.